Welcome to another episode of Friday Podcast. 66. Yeah. No fear. We're going into 2022 with no fear. You know what I'm saying? We got this. We made it this far. Don't let fear overcome you. You know what I'm saying? The pharmaceutical industry runs the media. The pharmaceutical industry runs social media. So much money, even Google owns 2 vaccine companies. So be careful who you listen to. And I know I'm just a kid. I'm just a 32-year-old kid with a podcast and a vision. Man, speaking of vision, I caught up with all the Marvel stuff since Loki. Right? So everything before Loki on the MCU, I'm good. But after Loki, I stopped. Alright, so I went back and I watched the What Ifs. I watched Shang Chi. I watched Black Widow. I watched Carnage. And I watched Spider-Man, the new one. Now, I have not seen the Eternals. I'll wait till that hits Disney Plus in a couple weeks. And I was pleasantly surprised by the What If episodes. You know, they were trippy. I showed my son today my favorite episodes because he hadn't seen them. He watched Spider-Man twice and he's seen Venom, but so my favorite episodes are as such. The zombie episode because Spider-Man's in it. The Ultron one, and the last one, which is what if the Watcher breaks his oath. All great episodes. I mean, the whole series was dope. I liked all of them. The Party Thor was hilarious. The Captain Britain was dope. Not hilarious. What's another one? What was the other one? I don't know, but it was dope, right? And even Black Widow was dope. And I'm surprised, but I enjoyed it. I like the new character. Oh, Hawkeye. Hawkeye was dope too. Spoiler alert. But shout out to the Kingpin. Shout out to the Daredevil Netflix universe. Being intertwined. Shout out to the deals going on behind the scenes, because I've heard that Wolverine's gonna be in Doctor Strange, the Hugh Jackman version, so we'll see what happens. Spider-Man, man, I cried. As a 32-year-old, I grew up on the original trilogy, right? The last one came out when I graduated high school, so of course I watched that one. By 2007, I wasn't like big into comic books, so I think that was, along with the fact that it had like a low reception, but it was cool to see Topher Grace, and you know, it was what it was, Venom, the Sam Raimi one. But seeing them all come back together, I saw the Andrew Garfield one because of my son and my cousin, who when my cousin was younger, and him and my cousin and my son would hang out a lot, and they were about 6 or 7. They would watch Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and so that put me onto it. And I was like, okay, I respect the Spider-Man. So then, whenever the new Tom Holland one came out with you know, like Civil War, and then they kept on going, the Homecoming and the Far From Home and all that. But seeing them combine, oh man, it was crazy. And seeing the Green Goblin, William Dafoe, great actor. I mean, the MCU's bringing in some hitters. Like, people like Scorsese, and I love Scorsese, want to hate on the MCU, but the MCU is bringing in, I mean, they brought in, what's his name, for Carnage. Fuck. Woody Harrelson killed it. And then they brought in, what's her name? What's his name? My bad. They've been having hitters, so yeah. But that's definitely like, it's a generational event. It's not just a regular movie, it's an event. It's an event, it's a cultural plateau. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's not just a regular movie. It's something that it's bringing generations together. It really has probably saved the movies. So yeah, I give it all thumbs up. Let's see, let's answer a couple questions before we get into the episode. All right. First question, are you old-fashioned? Well, it depends on who's asking me. If it's somebody that's younger than me, then probably yes. If it's somebody that's older than me, probably no. It just depends on who you ask. What position do you often sleep in? All right, so I fall asleep on my back. But I don't know, when I wake up, I'm usually like on my side. Oh, I need to be marking these out so I don't read them again on an episode. What is the most daring thing you've done? Oh, when I was drunk, I did some daring things when I was younger. Like freak dancing with a cousin of my cousin's bride or something like that. Went to this wedding. I got wasted. The last thing I remember is I'm walking to the dance floor. I'm like, yo, I'm about to dance with a chick. And everybody said we were like freak dancing and shit. Like, thank God I didn't get rejected. But then after that, I blacked out. And I don't remember anything else after that. But daring, I did some dumb stuff. I think dumb stuff and daring is differently. Daring, what I getting on stage, performing in front of strangers, that's pretty daring. What do you think is the greatest, who do you think is the greatest sports athlete ever? Whoa, greatest sports athlete. So I'm not really into sports, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big sports guy. So, I guess Michael Jordan, I don't know. When I was younger, I got lucky, I grew up in Dallas, so when I was young, I grew up with America's team. We had Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders. So it was like the dream team. And then I got lucky again, because then we had the championships of the NBA, the Mavericks, and we had Nowitzki. And Nowitzki, we also had Finley. We had Kidd for a while. Nahara, which he wasn't great, but Barrera was pretty good. You know, we had some hits. Dallas is, would you live in a castle? That's hilarious. There was an episode of Always Sunny where they rent a castle in Ireland. I would not live in a castle. It's not, I'm too modern. Castles aren't modern unless I'm like super rich, but it seems like a hassle. A castle is a hassle. Have you ever remained friends with an ex-lover? Yes. A couple times. What things do you want to have in common with your significant other? The ability to look on the bright side of things. Are you pretty devious? I can be, but no, I don't like to be. Because that takes a lot of energy. What is your favorite thing to do in front of a fireplace? Yo, I've never really been in front of a fireplace. I would assume stay warm, but I've seen movies and they seem romantic. So I would like to have a romantic evening in front of a fireplace, but not alone, you know, obviously with somebody else. What is something gross you've done that you die of shame if anyone found out? Well, can't say that here, so let's knock it down a notch. Something embarrassing. Oh no, not something embarrassing, something gross. One time I was on my lunch break and I came home and I was gonna use the restroom, and luckily I had taken off, you know, sometimes I like to get comfortable, so I take my jeans off, slacks off, especially if I have like an hour or so. And I was gonna go to the restroom, so luckily I'd taken my pants off, but then as I was going to the restroom, I sharded and I ruined my underwear. But thank goodness I wasn't wearing those pants. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, but I'm a February baby, so I'm hopeless romantic. Are all men and women created equal? Equal, but different. We all have our strengths, but I feel like we kind of need each other for society to function, because just like the yin and the yang, you need both sides. You need the male and the feminine. We all should be balanced with the feminine and male energy, but equal. Yeah, sometimes I think women are greater, though. The fact that they can create babies and handle stress better than men can. We may be physically stronger, but mentally, I think a lot of times women are stronger. Who is a male role model in my life? I have several. I've got my father, stepfather, my grandfather, uncles, rappers. But I guess rappers don't count. What is the greatest crime against humanity? The pharmaceutical industry controlling politicians and the news and media and the internet, social media outlets as well as people. Who is the also sex trafficking, the whole Epstein thing that's who, and I guess slavery too. There's so many bad crimes against humanity. Who is the legend of all legends in your opinion? I guess that'd be Jesus, right? A legend of all legends. It depends. Joe Rogan, Tupac, SPM, myself, Brendan Child. There's a few. All right, well, that's a whole page right there. Maybe I should do one more. If you were a superhero, what outfit would you wear? If I had the body that I have right now, I would not wear one of those form-fitted suits. Unless it's a suit that makes me look like it just shapes my body, making it seem like, you know, that I'm all in shape and shit. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. A suit that makes me look like I'm in shape. It makes me in shape, but you know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. All right. Well, let's keep going because I like these questions. What's your favorite cereal? Maybe Honey Nut Cheerios, because I heard about BHT and what it can do, and Honey Nut Cheerios, I don't think it has any. How do you flirt with someone? Oh, try to make them laugh. Definitely try to make them laugh. Compliments, but not, you know, not too much. A little bit of, maybe a little bit of roasting. Who knows? All right, this will be the last one. No, we'll do two more, because the last one is 2555. So 2554. Who is your favorite comedian? Right now I got a few. Chris Stefano, Theo Vaughn, Brendan Schaub, Bobby Lee, Sal Volcano. That's 5 right there. How would you describe yourself to a blind person in 5 words or less? Pale. Big eyes. No, not big eyes. Big nose, big ears, big mouth, kind of tall. That is book. Alright. Let's do a Be More Yoda. Then we'll take a break and we'll come back and do the actual segments. So let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Let nothing control you. Mastery over yourself means freedom from anything that can control you. Perhaps there's a silver lining to being hunted by a hut. Taking on passengers for a few extra credits could offer you a chance to reinvent yourself. Yet being a truly free agent also means rejecting the need to always be in control. A need that's as constricting as carbonite. Get it? Carbonite. Han Solo. Once nothing has power over you, you'll be your own master. But don't let it go to your head. Destiny may have other plans for you. Let nothing control you. And then Han Solo says, there's no mystical energy field that controls my destiny. That's true. You are in control of your destiny. And yes, we have help. And yes, we have angels assisting us. But overall, you're in control. Alright, let's take a break. We'll come right back and talk about a new crystal that I got for Christmas. I didn't bring an angel number today. I don't think I did an angel number. But we'll talk about ducks and the badass women of Herstory. Be right back. And we have returned. And we're going to talk about ducks. So every once in a while, I see ocean. I see ducks. Please don't fall. Flying over my head from where I stay. Shout out to Duck Creek. And I talked about it briefly one time, but I want to do an official segment because I've been seeing them frequently. So according to, it's Psychology Answers, but it's PSI. CHOLOGANS. I used to get confused with answers, because answer, I used to think it was answers. Answers. And if, you know, whatever. Anyway, what is the spiritual meaning of ducks? So, a duck symbolizes clarity, family, love, vigilance, intuition, nurturing, protection, feeling, self-expression, balance, adaptation, grace, and strength. It is hard to eat duck. It takes a lot of strength. It's tough meat. Duck symbolism is closely connected to water symbolism. Shout out to water. And we're in the second year of the age of Aquarius. I am an Aquarius. We are mostly made of water. Shout out to water. Water symbolism, which is about mystery, magic, and inspiration. Is seeing a duck good luck? Well, if it rhymes. It's said that it can reach the heavens and then come back to earth, and that's the reason why seeing a flying duck in real or in the dreams, both are considered extremely lucky, and according to duck symbolism, it is considered as freedom from all bondage of bad thoughts or unlikable situations, or a sign that your life is on a good path. Okay, I made the last good path up because it just ended. What is special about a duck? Ducks have two unique features that make them such good swimmers: webbed feet and waterproof feathers. Ducks also have waterproof feathers that help keep them dry and insulate them from cold water. Like many birds, ducks have a special gland called a preen gland near their tails that produces oil. Interesting. I feel like my head produces oil and I don't wash my hair. What does it mean when you see a duck in your yard? The duck symbolizes clarity, like I said earlier, family, love, vigilance, intuition, nurturing, protection, feelings, self-expression, balance, adaptation, grace, and strength. I said that already. It's on the top. It appears when you require connecting to your feelings and making heart-based decisions, for it is a symbol of intuition and vigilance. According to worldbirds.com, duck Eastern symbolism. The Mandarin duck, shout out to Shang Chi, symbolism in China is love, and it was an ordinary gift shared during Valentine's Day. Interesting. Because of the duck's monogamous way, it has become an emblem of love, affection, marriage, and is portrayed in wooden carvings and other figurines. Celtic duck symbolism says that the mallard duck is linked to migration and transition. They are a figure of resourcefulness, honesty, and simplicity. Because of their connection to the water, the Celts view them as sensitive, graceful, and easily adaptable. I mean, they look hilarious, and they're cute, and they look dumb, and they've been in some... I read this one story about this, I don't know what culture, maybe Native Americans, where this dude was like singing to them, and then he was like killing a bunch of ducks, and then this one duck got away. He opened his eyes, and then he was like, gah, 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 gah. And because of that, they were cursed with red eyes. But they fell for like the music, and you see them waddle and stuff. But they can swim, they can dive, I believe, and then they can fly. So they're not just a regular, you know, they pack a punch. The Celts admire the spirit duck, for it can live both on water and land, and is considered a symbol of intuition, flexibility, and high perceptions. Each element has its meaning. The earth is for grounded and stable people, and water is connected to emotions. Thus, ducks' meaning represent balance. In Scotland, we can find symbolism in the coats of arms. So they even use ducks in Scotland in the coats of arms. That's how important they are. I mean, you can eat them. Even the Bible says it's okay to eat them. That's why we eat chickens. Birds, it says it's okay. We can eat most birds and turkeys. Moving on. So, I got this crystal as a gift. Blue Kyanite. Kyanite. Shout out to Yvette and Cody for this gift. Vader and Shredder, their cat and dog. So I looked it up. According to the crystal, now I did get a sheet, so I could read that sheet as well. It was in my backpack. I'm not sure where I placed it. It might be in here. Okay, I don't know. So I'm just gonna read this. According to the Crystal Council, science and origin of blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is an aluminum silicate mineral that crystallizes in the forms of elongated bladed structures, as well as, I mean, this is incredible because most of mine, you know, as you can see, they're rocks. I mean, they just seem like rounded, but this one's like a blade. And I accidentally washed it and dried it, and thank God it's okay. Very powerful. I don't know why I gotta smell it. So the color can range from light baby blue to dark indigo, which resembles a soft black. Blue kyanite was first discovered 200 years before I was born in 1789 by A.G. Werner, and was named after the Greek word kwanos, meaning blue. Blue kyanite can be found, I don't know how to pronounce it, can be found all throughout the world, with important commercial deposits located in Brazil, Burma, Mexico, South Africa, Namibia, and Kenya. The meaning and energy. So blue kyanite helps one access their mind, while expanding their unique psychic abilities. Your third eye and crown chakra will connect, enabling you to understand knowledge at different frequencies. The easiest way of showing off the powers of this mineral is to simply place a piece by your bedside or even directly on your third eye before you go to sleep. I'm going to have to try this tonight. As your physical body falls asleep, your mind is experiencing its own nightly journey. While you're asleep, your mind is constantly trying to decipher and understand the dreams and visionary details you are receiving. These may derive directly from our spirit guides or guardian angels and be a message from the universe. Either way, the meaning of this symbolism is prevalent now more than ever. If you find yourself in a situation of uncertainty, try looking towards your dreams for understanding the answers to all of your problems. Like every other kyanite, blue kyanite shares the passive ability of not needing to be cleansed.
This stone does not absorb any negative energies and is a great tool for any practitioner. We recommend this crystal to any Reiki or energy healer. Alongside dream decoding, blue kyanite is also very useful in practicing astral projection. It can help one attune to realms beyond our own consciousness understanding. See, I'm not even on that level yet. As it pushes one into a constant state of ascension, you will passively notice yourself not only absorbing energy, but grounding it. This will only help any and all spiritual work you do here on earth. So the chakras are the third eye and the throat. Elements are water and wind. Again, the water seems to be a recurring theme. Properties are great for meditation, sleep, calming, and patience. Psychic abilities, if you're into that. Dreams, intuition, transformation, communication, attunement, relaxation, higher self, manifesting, angelic communication, attunement with higher realms, communication with those higher realms, communication with guides, bridge in the spiritual and physical worlds, interdimensional communication, lucid dreaming. But the main one and the most important one, peace of mind. Blue kyanite, shout out. It looks magical. I mean, it is. And it is. It has magical energy. You know, it's not like an infinity stone, but it can help. Whoa, Ultron in the house. Hey, yo, it's Ultron in the house. Ultron in the house. Ultron in the house. Okay, moving on. So we're gonna, we've been doing different queens in different cultures and parts of history. But in honor of a new season of Last Kingdom and a movie coming out after that, plus the Northman coming out, I want to do a Viking queen. So I looked them up, and the one that pointed out to me was the mother of Harold Bluetooth. The reason why we call Bluetooth is because of a Viking named Harold Bluetooth, who we'll find out why. But his mom was Thyra, also known as Thorvin or Thyra, which is like the Thor but in female form, was a Danish queen, spouse of King Gorm the Old of Denmark, the first historically recognized king of Denmark, who reigned from 936 to his death 958. So she is believed to have led an army against the Germans. Gorm and Thyra were the parents of King Harold Bluetooth. While Gorm the Old had disparaging nicknames, his wife Thyra was referred to as a woman of great prudence. Saxo Grammaticus wrote that Thyra was mainly responsible for building the Danevirke on the southern border, but archaeology has proven it to be much older, and Thyra's role was to extend it, so she made it bigger. Thyra died before Gorm, who raised a memorial stone to Thyra Jelling, which refers to her as the pride of Denmark or the ornament of Denmark. Old Danish Tanmarka, but modern Danish Danebod. Gorm and Thyra were buried under one of the two great mounds of Jelling and later moved to the first Christian church there. This was confirmed when a tomb containing their remains was excavated in 1978 under the east end of the present church. Accounts of Thyra's parentage are late, contradictory, and chronologically dubious. Saxo names her father as Ethelred, King of England, usually identified with Athelred of Wessex, but his description of her brother as Athelstan suggests he intended Edward the Elder, though no such daughter appears in the detailed list of Edward's children that survive. Whoa, so she might be Saxon. Jom's Viking saga and Snorri's Heimskringla say her father was a king or jarl of Jutland or Holstein called Harold Clack. Interesting. Tradition also has it that before Thyra consented to marry Gorm, she insisted he build a new house and sleep in it for the first 3 nights of winter, and gave her an account of his dreams those nights. Oh, and give her an account. The dreams were told at the wedding banquet, and as recorded, imitate the dreams Pharaoh had that were interpreted by Joseph in Genesis. In the first dream, 3 white boars came out of the sea, fed on the grass, and went back to the sea. In the second, 3 red boars came out of the sea and did the same. In the third, 3 black boars with great tusks did the same. But when they returned to the sea, there was such a loud rush of the waves returning to the land, the noise could be heard throughout Denmark. Thyra's interpretation was that the 3 white boars represented 3 very cold, snowy winters, which would kill all the fruits of the ground. The red boars meant that there would next be 3 mild winters, with the black boars, which says in case there would be wars in the land. The fact that they all went back into the sea showed their effect would not be long-lasting. The loud noise as the waves of the sea rolled on the Danish shores meant that mighty men would come on the land with great wars, and many of his relations would take part. She said that he had dreamed of the black boars and the rushing waves the first night, that had she would not have married him. But now, since she would be available to provide advice, there would be little injury from the wars. So shout out to Bluetooth. So it was named after the king in 1997, based on an analogy that the technology will unite devices the way Harold Bluetooth united the tribes of Denmark into a single kingdom. The Bluetooth logo consists of a younger Futhark bind rune for his initials. It's H and B put together, which make the Bluetooth symbol. He introduced the first nationwide coinage in Denmark. So even though his dad was the king of Denmark, he really united the kingdoms in Denmark. He constructed the oldest known bridge in southern Scandinavia, the 5-meter wide and 760 meter long Ravning Bridge at Ravning Meadows. So he was definitely a connector of cultures. And shout out to Thyra, who knows her parentage, which is very interesting. Because if she's like the daughter of a king of Saxon, whoa, that's crazy. Okay. Well, that's 30 minutes. Let me take a break and then we'll come back and I'll try to do a freestyle for y'all. Be right back. Yeah, I stay faded, elevated, congregated with the haters, and I faded them. Them all out like a barber. Man, I stay so sharper. Like the image, it's a scrimmage, but this the real thing. I'm coming through with a motherfucking bang bang, what it do? I'm talking rhymes. I'm coming through with a plate of some pie. Do you have some time? Man, let's roll dime after dime, so we can shine and rhyme time after time. I'm feeling so divine, like the Holy Trinity. I feel the spirit, I think it's getting into me. Fuck Fauci. Fuck the pharmaceutical industry. I keep it G. I keep it 100 gutter, what it be? From the South of America. Man, haters gon' stare at you. I just smile, chunk the deuce. Cause fighting, what's the use? They just wanna call a truce. They just wanna get juiced. They don't wanna keep it natty. I'm coming through feeling nappy. Might fly to Cincinnati. Might fly and see her daddy. Cause he owes me some money. Man, I'm trying to get that. Trying to get that. Until next time. Until the next round. Until the next sign. Love y'all.
Peace.